Monkey World's been rescuing primates from the British pet trade since 1989. And in that time, we've brought in more than 75 monkeys and apes from 12 different species of primate. The trade in monkeys as pets within Britain today, it's just become an overwhelming problem for us. And there has to be some solution for both the animals involved and for the well-meaning British public that are also becoming victim to unscrupulous breeders and dealers of these monkeys. Monkey World gets calls every week to rescue more primates from the British pet trade. We can't take them all. We do go out and collect as many as we can, and the circumstances from which we collect them are some of the worst that we've seen from around the world, and the condition in which the animals come to us is just shocking. In the British pet trade today, animals are suffering and neglected. Well-meaning owners are being misled and taken advantage of, and the breeders and dealers of these animals are making a fortune while misleading the public and neglecting the animals in their care. The monkey's gotten really aggressive, he says, and has started self-mutilating, so Fidget's actually chewing on his tail now. And she's just loose in this room next door. I'll give you a text as soon as we get back. Breaks my heart. She's in a really bad way. She's got liquid diarrhea. She's quite bright, but we're gonna need to sort her out before she gets anywhere near any of our primates. They urinate in this plastic pipe here, and yet their food's put in there, so they have to walk through their urine and feces to get to their food.
I've kind of seen enough at the moment, and I'm not very happy. I'm gonna caution you, okay?
Yeah, well, but if I got to be arrested, you'll have to arrest me.
It makes no sense that the laws governing the care of any one individual monkey can vary for each day of the week in this country. And it's a tragedy that's letting the animals suffer and is letting down, quite frankly, well-meaning individuals who purchase these animals.
Where did it go?
This is the tragedy of the British pet trade so many times that we find the owners are so well-meaning and love their pet monkeys, but really don't understand what their needs are. And Betty Boo was a prime example of that. Really bad, crippling rickets that left her with broken limbs that were fused. We want to encourage this standard of care and ensure this standard of care for all primates that are kept as pets. And there's nothing more tragic than to walk into somebody's home finding well-meaning owners who have purchased a monkey who thought it was going to be a really good, personable companion because they're so much like us, and they end up with a very aggressive, nasty animal that's lunged at them, scratched their eyes or bitten them, and they've ended up in hospital.
Kaya didn't fit into our life at all. We had to fit around Kaya. She became quite aggressive towards anybody. It started off with Megan.
Lemurs don't make good pets. They look cute, but they're not.
What has he done?
You don't want to get too close to them. They have like a mouth full of Stanley knives, and they can make really, really big holes in each other for no apparent reason.
They don't make fantastic pets. They can be quite vicious. You've got to find a specialist vet if he becomes ill, because your local vet more than likely won't handle him. And we'd only had him for 2 weeks, and we noticed he wasn't well. We took him to a vet in Chester that specialises in exotic animals, and straight away she had a look at him, and his tail was broken due to the lack of vitamin D3 in his diet, so his tail had to be amputated.
He's been taken away from his mother, shoved in his cage, sold on in a pet shop, not given the appropriate diet, had his bones break, had his tail amputated, moved to another house where the lady couldn't cope with him there, sold on to another owner who then fed him up so much that he's now obese.
We don't know nothing about them, and it's cruel.
We're not asking for a ban. We're not asking the government to step forward and take away the livelihood of any well-meaning specialist keeper or a person who's breeding these animals in captivity and selling them on to the pet trade. The monkeys that are kept as pets are deserving of a certain standard of care, and we believe that that can be provided under the current legislation of the Zoo Licensing Act. Monkey World's calling for welfare for wildlife. Please help us to help the monkeys currently kept as pets in Britain today.